this is Riding with Ree. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. It's a very special day today. As you can probably tell, today is the first day that I've sat on Woody since March, so I'm going to take you with me on that moment. And as you may have also observed, I have a new hat. Okay, everybody, I took the hint. The old hat is gone, and I'm really excited to announce that Champion and Toggy, who I'm obviously wearing here, have invited me to become a brand ambassador for them. So I'm absolutely thrilled. I've had Champion hats since I was young and worn them almost exclusively. It was the very first hat that I picked up in a riding school, and I remember the kind of cartoon inside and was like, that's the hat I want. And from then on, it became a kind of symbol throughout my childhood, and from my parents it was all about safety. And so I'm really delighted to be partnering with a company that puts safety at the forefront of everything that they do, and I'm excited to share more of that with you. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, we need to get fitted for a new hat and body protector with the Champion team. Okay, so first up is the body protector. I'm here with Jess, who is a Champion safety specialist, and she is going to help to fit me with the Champion TI22. You already know that I'm a massive fan of body protectors. I don't believe that they're just for jumping. I've worn mine out hacking, on fun rides, in the school, whenever I feel like the risk is a little bit higher for whatever reason, such as getting on your horse for the first time in 8 months, I will always wear a body protector. So Jess is going to help me fit this one, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why fitting body protectors is quite important based on my own experience of not doing that. Should we get going?
Absolutely.
All right. So get the broken wrist in the arm in the most awkward way possible. I know a lot of people will go to a tack shop and like pick up a body protector and think that it feels fine, and I've done that too. I did it with a Champion one a few years ago, tried it on, thought it felt good, thought it felt snug, and then went jumping in it, and it was just constantly hitting the back of the saddle, the shoulders were coming up, I felt like really uncomfortable in it. And it wasn't until I went back and got it fitted properly, or got another one fitted properly, that I realised that I was in one that was way, way too big for me. And it's annoying because body protectors aren't cheap, so when you spend all that money on one and then it doesn't even fit, it's not doing its job and it's not comfortable. And now that I'm wearing like properly fitting body protectors, I understand what people mean when they say that it should almost like disappear, like you shouldn't remember that it's there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would always advocate for doing it, and it typically doesn't cost anything at a tack shop, so I'm almost like, if you've got the time and you want to do it properly, why would you not? Okay, how do we know if this works? What do we need to do?
Can you put your thumbs in the armholes for me, if you can, and just pull it round to the front so that I can get this zipped up?
Yeah. I have to say, I'm such a fan of these ones that zip in the middle now. Like, as a child, I always wore the ones that kind of Velcroed you in, but actually I think these, they just fit a lot more snugly, and they look really good, don't they? We love a body protector.
They keep the same size as well, so if you're constantly doing the Velcro, you're not necessarily always going to get them as tight each time, and you do want them to obviously be as snug as possible.
You've just unlocked a childhood memory for me of, like, you know, when the band starts getting loose and then you just end up with this saggy bit around your tummy. Okay, so
basically what we need to do is work out that it's the right size, obviously, that it's not going to be too big. We don't want any big gaps anywhere, because the idea is that it is as snug as possible. But we also need to make sure that the length is okay, so not too short that it's not covering everywhere that it needs to cover, but also not too long that it's going to hit the saddle and unbalance you when you're riding. So it looks, so far, looks good. There's no big gaps anywhere here, and it is starting to mould into the shape of your back. Obviously, it's quite cold today, so it will take a while for your body heat to warm it up, and then it will become really, really supple. But yeah, it will take a few minutes. So, can you just try and find your bottom rib just in the centre here for me? I just need to make sure that the foam is definitely covering your bottom rib.
Yep. Okay, I think it's about, I feel like it's about there.
Perfect. Brilliant.
Yeah,
that's ideal. And then just spin around to the back for me. So just need to make sure, obviously, that it's not too long or too short at the back. That's looking pretty good to me. We will get you to just sit on the edge of a stool or something as well to make sure that it's not gonna touch a saddle. But so far, looking good. So what we need to do next is obviously get it laced in.
Talk to me about these. What are these for? It feels a bit like a corset, but
yeah, so it is a little bit. Basically, we need to get, as I said, it needs to be as snug as possible. So essentially essentially I'm just going to lace you in as tight as we can get it, but let me know if you can't breathe.
Lock her in. I feel like we're going into battle. I mean, maybe we are, we'll have to see. Hypothetically, if I were to lace myself in really tight and then, I don't know, like put on a bit of weight or change shape slightly, if I unlace them a little bit but everything else still felt fine, can I still wear the body protector?
Absolutely, yeah. As long as the length is still good, then you've actually got a lot of adjustability in the laces at the side.
I guess it's not like your hat, you know, your head doesn't change shape, but actually, you know, it's coming up to Christmas. Might put on a few pounds and that's fine, but knowing that you can still wear your kit and still be safe is important, I think.
And I think, you know, the thing is, once you're a grown-up, you're probably not going to change lengthwise.
Yeah.
So it is really only going to be possibly the width.
Do you see any common like themes in people who've got the wrong size on? Is it length or?
Yeah, often it is. People don't realise often with hats and body protectors how snug they need to be. So often go away with something that's far too big, moves around too much. You see, if this was too long, not only would it unbalance you, but when you sat down in the saddle, it would lift up, so you'd end up with loads of space up here.
Yeah, I was really shocked actually. So we've tried on a couple while Jess has been here, and I've been really, really shocked at how small the one that we've ended up in is. Because I feel like if I went to a shop on my own, I would have gone way bigger. So it's interesting. And to your point, until you're back in a saddle and you're doing jumping or you're doing something with a lot of movement, and by that point it's too late. You've already bought the thing and you've taken the labels off and the money's left the bank account, frankly.
Okay,
Ready to
so
rock.
that's good. Does it feel comfortable so far?
Yes, it feels snug, and like you said, it's starting to like warm up a little bit and
Yeah.
mould. So essentially when you've got it on, it's like no gaps here, covers the front rib or the last rib, isn't too low that it's going to hit the saddle, and you do that by checking sitting down, and then making sure that these are tight enough that it is really tight to your body.
Yeah, so if you just, that's it, perfect. And just to make sure that we've got enough clearance here, which we definitely have. So as long as that's comfortable for you, then I'm happy.
Yay! So next up is the helmet. This is the Champion Revolve Ventair peaked helmet with MIPS, and it's in navy, which matches my dressage jacket because I'm hopeful that perhaps one day we'll get back into dressage. So should we get this one fitted?
Absolutely. So essentially we just need to make sure that it's a nice snug fit and that you've not got any big gaps or that it's too big and that it's going to rock around and move on your head, which obviously if you did fall and have an impact, then it's not going to protect you if it's moving. So far that feels like it's quite snug.
Yeah.
If you could just look down slightly for me and I'll just get these laces done up. Again, we want to get these laces done nice and snug so that it holds everything in place. And then I'm just going to redo this so that this is also nice and snug, because we want to definitely make sure that you're riding with the harness done up correctly. Okay, so then we just need to make sure essentially that it's not going anywhere, so that it's not tipping forward and that it's not tipping backwards and that it's secure on your head. So does it feel so far secure?
Yes.
Yes?
It does.
Good.
Amazing. Okay, we need to go and get Woody ready and then we need to get on. I've kept you waiting long enough, so let's have our first moment sitting on Woody.
Push up into your left leg, let him feel your weight and then swing over. That's it, push up, push up, push up, that's it, go over. Perfect. Good boy. That's it. You okay? Yeah, you're on. Give one sec. Alright. Come on, baby. Good lad. Good boy. You were just feeling a little bit tense when you first started. Back and straight. You would normally really, rather than thinking you've got to kind of sit forward, just sit up tall. And just let your seat kind of move with him. And you will find on this rein he's a bit more relaxed. On the other rein, he just feels a little bit more tense. But and obviously we've been turning horses out here, so it has got a bit churned up.
So obviously this felt incredible. I didn't cry the moment I got on. I think I was so focused on getting it right and like not freaking him out and making sure that he was comfortable. But once we got like 10 or 15 minutes in and it was really quiet, I was just up at the top end of the school and I just felt like a little tear. I don't think we caught it on camera, thank goodness. But yeah, I did have a little moment once we relaxed, but it was so nice to be on him. And you know, there's no guarantee that the rehab will be able to continue as a success. You know, we don't know what's going to happen after he turns out, so I feel like these moments are really special and we have to sort of enjoy them while they're here. So yeah, really pleased.
How long is this when you last on him?
March 1st. I think it's the 1st actually, because I messaged Hannah. Well, that is it, a short and sweet vlog today. Thank you so much for joining me for this special day and for joining me this year. I will see you again next Friday at 3:45 p.m. GMT. Bye for now.